Title: Wife's divorced friends convinced her to vanish for a month to teach me a lesson. My response? I changed the locks, blocked her cards, and voided our marriage. When she got a text from my lawyer, she crawled back to my porch. I still remember the silence of that morning, the kind that feels wrong, like the air itself is holding its breath. Her coffee cup sat half full on the counter, steam fading, lipstick mark smudged on the rim. No note, no message, just gone. At first I thought maybe she'd gone to her sister's. Then her phone went straight to voicemail. Hours turned into days. I called hospitals, friends, anyone. Nothing. A week later, her best friend Stacy finally texted me. A smug, clipped line. Maybe now you'll learn to appreciate her. That was when I stopped worrying and started thinking. We'd been together 8 years, married for 5. I loved her in quiet ways, the kind you don't post about. Late-night talks, shared playlists, the stupid inside jokes no one else understood. She was the calm to my storm, or so I thought. But after she joined that circle of freshly divorced friends, women who treated bitterness like wine, she started changing. They'd sit in our kitchen, whispering about independence, about testing loyalty. One of them, Stacy, always looked at me like I was the next case study. I didn't notice the distance forming, not really. It started small, shorter replies, nights out turning into weekends away. Until one morning, she was just gone. The truth hit like cold metal. She didn't vanish, she planned it. A week later, I found her Google account still synced to our tablet. One open tab changed everything. A group chat with her friends, titled Operation Ghost. They'd convinced her to teach me a lesson by disappearing for a month. Let me suffer, realize her value. There it was, in her own words. He'll panic. I just want him to feel what it's like to lose me. I read every message, every emoji, every smug laugh. And then I smiled. My first move was silence. No confrontation, no outburst, just distance. I logged out of her accounts, closed the tablet, and started a new kind of planning. I called my lawyer, a man who owed me a favor. We talked about legal technicalities, abandonment, asset separation, joint accounts, and how quickly one could dissolve a marriage if one partner vanished. He called it strategic timing. I called it closure. Then I visited the bank, froze her cards, redirected mail, changed online passwords. Within days, her name was a ghost in every system tied to mine. Next came the locks, not just the front door, every door. I even changed the garage code, the alarm system, and the Wi-Fi password she'd chosen. Then I waited. 3 weeks later, she texted, "Can we talk?" I didn't reply. 2 hours later, "Please, I need to explain." Still nothing. She tried calling. My number was already blocked. That evening, my lawyer sent her a single message. Per Mr. Dalton's request, divorce proceedings have begun. You will receive formal notice shortly. Do not attempt contact. All communication will be through counsel. I heard she broke down crying at Stacy's place. Good, let her feel it. But then came the twist, the part I didn't expect. A month to the day after she left, there was a knock on my door. I knew it was her. I'd seen the car pull up, same one she took when she vanished. I didn't open immediately. I wanted her to stand there, to feel that cold October wind bite through her apology. When I finally opened it, I froze. It wasn't her. Standing in the doorway was Stacy, wearing my wife's robe, hair wet, mug in hand, the smell of our coffee drifting out behind her. She smirked, that same superior look she always had. "Oh," she said lightly, "didn't expect you so soon." For a heartbeat, the world tilted. Then I saw past her shoulder, the suitcase by the stairs, the coat I'd bought my wife last Christmas tossed over the couch, and 2 wine glasses on the table. It wasn't just betrayal, it was performance art. My wife stepped out from the kitchen, startled. "Wait, I can explain." I didn't let her. I just held up my phone, recording quietly. "Explain? Which part?" I asked. "The part where you vanished to teach me a lesson? Or the part where your friend moved into my house while you were gone?" Her mouth opened, closed. Stacy's smirk faltered. I turned the camera to both of them. "You know, this will look great in court." She started crying then. Real tears, the kind that beg forgiveness. But I'd already grieved weeks ago. What I felt now was precision. That night, I sent the footage to my lawyer. He called it undeniable moral leverage. I called it peace. The divorce faster than expected. Abandonment and cohabitation, solid grounds. She lost the house claim, the car, even her half of the savings. I didn't need to humiliate her publicly. Paperwork did that for me. She tried calling from new numbers. I never answered. I didn't need her voice anymore. But sometimes, when I sit by the window at night, I think about that first morning, the half-empty coffee cup, the silence. I realized that was the last real thing between us. Everything after was noise. 2 months later, I got one final message from an unknown number. "I'm sorry. I thought you'd fight for me." I didn't reply. Instead, I texted back a photo, the new keys in my hand, the house bathed in clean morning light, untouched by ghosts. "You taught me a lesson," I wrote, "and I learned it well." Then I deleted her number, for good this time. And as I watched the message vanish from my screen, I realized something strange. I wasn't angry anymore, just done. Because sometimes the most satisfying revenge isn't destruction, it's indifference, it's silence, it's locking the door and never looking back.